It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on George Kittle. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the 49ers and the Bucs, just ahead on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last 2 seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs, and it's his 3rd season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters.
That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Purdy works out of the pistol. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The tight end motioning left here. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. Throwing is Purdy. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. They face 2nd down and 7. Shotgun snap to Purdy. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the shotgun, it's Purdy. To the goal line and in. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. On the return is Trey Palmer. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Buccaneers led out by their quarterback, Baker Mayfield. He was in Cleveland and Carolina, and then with the Rams. But now year 2, and it feels like he's found a home. Greg here with the Buccaneers.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
On second down, Baker. They'll set up the screen to White. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the...
Oh, we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. Well, the quarterback trying to find somebody open there, but that time, instead of finding his running back, it goes back the other way for a defensive score.
Mike, I think this is just one of those cases where the quarterback's just a little too casual with the throw. He kind of goes to his running back late on the check down. He never sees the defender until he's chasing him on his way for the touchdown.
Makes the score Niners 14, Buccaneers nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and running back Rashad White ready for this next possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. On the ground, they'll go with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. They'll come up on a second down and 8. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The 49ers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. On 2nd down, Purdy. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Back to the air again is Purdy. Open man downfield is Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. So, halftime here. It's the visitors, the 49ers, who are on top. And we get you across the state to Orlando. And check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman, as our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that game is tied 10-all in the second quarter. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Travis Etienne with a touchdown run. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've gone to the half with the lead over the visiting Bills. 2 touchdown passes there for Anthony Richardson. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. The Buccaneers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Before we get to this next drive, I want to take a look ahead what's coming up in prime time starting tonight. Sunday Night Football, 2 of the biggest surprises from last year in the NFL. Lions and Texans at NRG Stadium. And then on Monday night, it'll be the Dolphins and Rams in Southern California.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll go again with White. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort.
A big hole. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Buccaneers are on the board. It's now 14-7. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Niners offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. From the gun, it's Purdy. This one intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
What's up?
Baker gonna hand it to White. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Devondre Campbell brings him down. Here's 2nd and 6.
What's up?
Another run here with White. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now Mayfield. Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Niners offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert 1st downs underneath, but then have the...
On the handoff, McCaffrey. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, 49.
On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kick is good. Makes the score Niners 21, Buccaneers 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Bucs offense headed back to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Get this complete right side to Otten. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. The catch is made. It's Agnew. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Open man, he's got Agnew. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Niners 47-yard line.
Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Open man, the tight end, Keith. They'll come up now for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White. And he's in! Rashad White. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs draw closer here. It's 21-14. A 1-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
The 49ers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down. They'll run here with McCaffrey. So on fourth down, the Aussie, Mitch Wisnowski, out to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. The coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.